Hi, I'm sorry I don't have a video. I'm not that technology savvy. But I've been following your posts with a certain degree of interest. Not all of them, but most of them have struck me as being um, well, generally vastly ignorant. But this one more so in particular than most. So I thought that it could not go without comment. Um, Let me see if we can trace your argument um, carefully. What you begin by saying is that California is a prosperous state, which it is. Um, then you follow it by saying that California has rejected God. Um, you're right, apparently its church-going percentage, which I think is the only sort of percentage that you would consider valid, is only at 31%. But that's not far below the average of most states in America. And this has nothing to do with other religious practices. Um, but let's just stick to Christianity, since that's what you seem to care about most. Um, Let me preface, which I didn't do earlier, but I should have done earlier. I am both Christian and Indian, which I suspect you are, and hopefully you're not representative of both those things. I know you're not, but I hope that the viewers on YouTube recognize that fact as well. Then you proceed to talk about the gay mockery of Christianity in San Francisco, which I don't condone the mockery of any religion, whether it's through the particular incident you mentioned or through cartoons of any sort. I think there's a place for humor, but I'm not dealing with that now. But you talked about the stunning silence, and then you talked about how there was a distinctly loud reaction um, to the cartoons of Muhammad. I don't see how you propose to um, to square that circle. Do you want to? Are you suggesting that Christians behave in as rash and as violent a manner as some of the reactions um, by certain groups of Islam were to those cartoons? Are you justifying that behavior, that any behavior that mocks a religion deserves violent and irrational behavior? I hope not, because the Christianity that I know does propose that one turn the other cheek. And then you make a stunning logical leap. Uh, you talk of how this particular sort of behavior, coupled with the worship of trees and paganism, which you liken, of course, to the biblical Israel, um, has led to these fires. There are unfortunate incidents which investigators are, as we speak, attributing to the acts of human beings, arsonists in large part, have no connection, no logical connection, none that you in your wild imagination can ever make between a gay parade and fires in California. It's this sort of ignorance and illogical behavior that perhaps your devoted listenership, whether it's here or in some other Christian forum, uh, laps up without any critical thought. But if you spend the 10 minutes it took for me to listen to your post in analyzing your argument, it's completely illogical, it's quite insulting, it's self-righteous. Many of the things I think Jesus may critique, and I don't suppose that you will change your rhetorical style or the strength of your logic in any of your arguments, but perhaps you should be aware that there are people who aren't simply ideologues, who can't stand what you say, but are also able to point to the fact that many of the connections you make are simply false. Thank you.